Hey there folks, welcome back for another shaving video, and today we're going to use Catie's Bubbles Purple Grapefruit, and this is a blend of pink grapefruit and lavender. If you're a lavender fan, this is very nice soap. Cost is, I think now the price is around $3.50 an ounce, so still a good price for a great soap. And also today we will announce later in the video the winner of the Shaving Shop Aqua de Flora and the Icon El Jefe head, so stay tuned for that. Without further ado, I should say, let's get to loading. There is a shot of the soap, and we will get loading. Hope everyone has had a great weekend so far. I've had a good one. Last night I went to see a concert. It was As Lions and 6 a.m. and Shinedown, and supposed to be Five Finger Death Punch, but I left prior to them coming on because the lead singer went to rehab a few days ago, and so he wasn't with the band, so there's no point in seeing a band that isn't the band. So I left after Shinedown, but Shinedown was worth paying for. Excellent if you like rock and roll music, which I do. All right. Looks like we've got a nice load going here. Here we go. All right, nice load. So let's wet the face and get going. Stay tuned. All right, so here we go. And Catie's Bubbles is beautiful soap. So I already know I'm in store for a wonderful performance. It is my favorite brand of soap, although I must say Sterling is pushing and K-Shave works, but I gotta tell you, this is just a wonderful brand of soap and wonderful guy. So just like Soap Commander yesterday, you can buy from Catie's Bubbles with confidence in terms of him being a really nice individual and on the up and up, man of integrity and all the rest. So very good. All right, so we've got a more than adequate lather there. Let's cut that back quite a bit. All right, and today we're going to get a nice mild shave with the Colonial Razors General, which is a really nice single edge razor, nice and mild, quite forgiving. If you want to get into the Artist Club style razors, and if you've never used one, this is one that's quite forgiving, that will offer you a little quarter, because it is, on the mild side. All right, but I find that I like it, and I also like the Evans brothers, who had this razor made. Really nice young men, and so happy to buy from the Evans brothers. Good stuff here, and we have had an excellent first pass, just like that. All right, stay tuned. We'll come back for pass 2. All right. Well, I got to tell you, at the concert last night, it's kind of disturbing how many people had to be either wrestled out or helped out because they were so intoxicated they lost control of themselves. And it's just, I don't know, as I'm getting older, I don't mind drinking. I don't do a tremendous amount of drinking, but I drink some. And, I do understand having a few beers at a setting like a concert, but when you drink so much that you're out of control and have to be taken out and you miss the event you paid to see, that's horribly bad form. And you could see them being taken out one after the other. And when I was leaving, there was some lady fighting with the security people. They were trying to put her in, I guess, her van, and she was refusing to go and fighting with them. And there were a number of people that were fighting with the security staff, and it's just like, oh boy. That level of buffoonery is really unacceptable. If you're going to drink in a setting like that, you know, do it in moderation, or do what you can reasonably handle. Even if you have a designated driver, make sure that you're, you know, under control. There was one lady, the first act hadn't even came on, and she was throwing up in the floor like a row behind me. And her husband, I guess, they had a young child. I mean, had a young child with them, and her husband was just giving her down the road about how upset he was about her drinking too much. It was just absolute buffoonery and degeneracy. All right, stand by. We'll come back for pass 3. So these seats were pretty expensive seats. These were, you know, in the platinum section or whatever they call it. They're like $180 a piece. And here this lady is. She's not even in shape to see the first act. She never made it to the first act because they were too busy drinking, you know. And again, I'm not against drinking. I drink some myself, but my goodness. You know, when you're, and these are people who are, a lot of them, they weren't teenagers, or excuse me, you know, 20-somethings, early 20-somethings. These were like people 40 years old. And I'm like, boy, if you haven't learned by then, sheesh. I know we can all still outdo it, or excuse me, overdo it. You know, if you have an occasion where the drinks are just flowing and you're with friends, I get that. But man, oh man, you've got to have somebody with you to sort of, you know, if you cannot control yourself, take somebody with you that sort of looks after you, because it was really, I was embarrassed for them to see how many people were out of control and unable to see the show that they paid good money to see. And there's nothing redeeming about that, in my view. Just absolute degeneracy. Anyway, have a great time, but, you know, keep it under control. All right, and as to the giveaway, the winner, by the way, of the Aqua de Florida soap and the El Jefe head goes to Benjamin Heinitz. I think that's how you say his last name, Benjamin Heinitz. Benjamin had a really wonderful personal story, which I will not share, and he was selected as the winner. So Ben, congrats, and I hope you enjoy. But by the way, on the El Jefe head, just make sure that you line that blade up and get it tight when you use it, because it can set in there and not be aligned. So make sure it's perfectly aligned, like the General is. See how it's perfectly aligned there? Make sure the El Jefe is perfectly aligned like that when you use it, so you get a nice shave. So I'll get that out to you, Ben. Just send me your address. I'll get that out to you later in the week, probably Wednesday or so, but definitely sometime this coming week. All right, everyone, that's a wonderful third pass. Let's come back for the post. Stay tuned. All right, and on we move with our Thayers, which is magic. It's made by witches. Great stuff. Always has been magical for me, and that's why I call it magic, because it's made by witches. Really, really nice. All right. Get a little bit of that going. Let it set in for just a moment as we review our equipment. Catie's Bubbles. I've already forgotten what it is. You know the reason I forgot? Because this is not a dopey name. It's a straightforward name, which blows my mind. Purple Grapefruit. Really, really nice soap if you like lavender in particular. I like it a lot. Excellent performer. Top notch. My favorite soap brand. Catie's Bubbles. Colonial Razors General. Wonderful, wonderful razor. Absolutely love it. And last but not least, our Wolf Whiskers TSE brush. Now on to the aftershave. And today we're going to use Fine Lavender, which is quite nice. Not as nice as the original, as I say every time I use it, but it's still nice all the same. Oh yeah. The original had something that was just, I don't know, it was just beautiful. It was perfect for a lavender aftershave. But this one's, it's good, but I think it's living in the shadows of its, predecessor, and that kind of hurts it. But it's still a very good aftershave if you like lavender. All right, well, that is it, folks. And remember, Benjamin Heinitz, hope I'm saying your name right. Send me your address and I will send you the giveaway. There will be more giveaways, folks. If you didn't win, hang in there. There will be more coming up. And until next time, let's make America shave again.